Have you ever felt yourself about to say something and then you swallowed it? Not because it was wrong, not because it was rude, but because you started imagining how somebody might react and how they might twist it, how they might judge you. So you edited yourself, you stayed safe, you stayed neutral, and you told yourself it was wisdom. But deep down, you know what it really was: fear. And that fear has a cost because every time you shrink your voice, you also shrink your business and you shrink your life. Welcome to the Becoming Her podcast. I am your host, Faye Jones, and today we are talking about your business. Yes, your business. But even deeper than that, we are talking about what got you started in the first place: your dreams, your convictions, the thing in you that is bigger than money. Because there is this popular school of thought in entrepreneurship that says if you want to build a business, you need to stay extremely neutral. Be PC, be careful, do not rock the boat. And listen, some of that is true. You do need professionalism, you do need self control, you do need to be mindful of what you say it, and how you carry yourself, and you should not be deliberately offensive. Let me be clear about what I mean by offensive. I am talking about name calling, being derogatory, being disrespectful, trying to be shocking, trying to be messy. That is not boldness, that is immaturity. But here's what I need you to understand: neutral is not the same as mature, and being PC is not the same as having character. A lot of people are hiding behind professionalism when what they really mean is, I do not have the courage to be seen. So let me ask you a real question. What do you stand for? What matters to you? What is worthy of your attention, your voice, your energy, and your resources? Because the entrepreneurs you respect, the leaders you admire, the ones people look up to, they are not out here living like blank pages. They have values, they have convictions, like they have causes and burdens and passions. They are respectful, but they are not silent. They speak up when something matters to them. They move when something matters to them. They build businesses that are connected to who they actually are. So, what about you? What do you care about enough to say it out loud? For some people, it is education. For some people, it is serving families. For some people, it is charity. For some people, it is faith. For some people, it is health. For some people, it is justice. For some people, it is leadership. I am not telling you what it has to be. I am telling you it needs to be real, because that is part of what makes you you. That is part of what makes your tribe resonate with you. Not because they agree with every single thing you say, but because they can feel your spine. They can feel your clarity. They can feel that you are not performing. And some of you are trying to build a tribe while hiding the very thing that makes you unforgettable. Listen closely. Do not allow fear of people to censor you into becoming a watered down version of yourself. Because once you do that, you start conforming. And once you start conforming, you start losing yourself. And if you are going to be powerful, you are going to bring change. And if you bring change, you are going to rock the boat. Not by creating chaos, not by being reckless, not by being offensive, but by refusing to keep pretending, by challenging the status quo, by saying the thing that needs to be said, by living so aligned that other people have to confront what they have been avoiding. And yes, some people will not like it. Let me say it plainly. If you want to fulfill your destiny, you are going to have to make changes. You are going to have to take a stance. You are going to have to stop living for approval. You are going to have to look at some people and say, I am sorry you do not like where I am headed, but that is where I am going. You do not have to follow me. You do not have to understand me, but you do need to accept that I am not staying here. That takes a backbone. And some of you have been trained to see backbone as arrogance, number. Backbone is maturity. Backbone is identity. Backbone is what it looks like to stop letting other people's insecurities dictate your decisions. And let me also say this, because I am not telling you to become some lone wolf. It is important to have healthy relationships. It is important to have community. It is important to have mentors. It is important to have a teachable spirit, but it is also important to not lose your identity in the process. It is also important that you do not sacrifice who you are just to keep friends, because I am telling you that trade will bankrupt you. Now I'm going to speak from experience. This is not me pointing a finger at you like I have it all together. This is me being honest. I used to be that girl. I used to conform. I used to hold myself back. I used to dim my light because I was afraid of what people would think. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of the pain. But here's what I learned the hard way: the rejection was not the worst part. The worst part was watching myself become someone I did not respect. Because every time you betray yourself, your self respect drops. And when your self respect drops, your motivation drops, your discipline drops, your courage drops. You stop setting goals, you stop believing you can follow through, you start quitting before you even start. And that is why so many people never build the life they want. They are not failing because they are incapable. They are failing because they are fractured. They are divided inside. Their mouth says one thing, but their choices say another. But when I finally stood for what I believed, things shifted. When I finally let my light shine, things shifted. When I finally reached the point where I did not care about being approved by everyone, I found something I cannot put a price on: peace, joy, fulfillment, even in the middle of problems, even when life is messy, because life still happens. But when you are aligned, you are not constantly fighting yourself. And then something else happened. The same people who used to judge me started watching, and then they started asking questions. How did you do that? How are you so steady? How are you so free? That is the irony. People will criticize what they do not understand. Then they will ask you for directions when they finally realize you were building something real. So let me bring this back to you. Define what matters to you. What do you stand for? What do you believe? What do you refuse to compromise on? And then follow it. Do not just post about it. Do not just talk about it, then follow it. Because the chains of people policing will destroy you if you keep letting them. They will distort who you are to you. They will distort who you are to others. And if you let it go long enough, you will look in the mirror and feel disconnected from yourself. And I do not want that for you. I want you to look in the mirror and recognize the woman staring back. I want you to be proud of her, not in a narcissistic way, not in a fake confidence way, in a clean way, in a whole way, in a way where you can say, I respect her, because if you cannot respect yourself, you will not fight for your goals. You will not have the courage to stand when you need to stand, and you will quit too easily, not because you are weak, but because you are tired of abandoning yourself. Let me pause here for a minute. Quick sponsor break, because I only share tools I actually use. Rosebud Journaling is an AI powered daily journal that gives you personalized feedback and guidance as you write. It helps you reflect deeper, recognize patterns, and stay consistent without staring at a blank page. I still journal on pen and paper, and I still value therapy, but there are moments when I am trying to work through an idea or a problem and I want help digging deeper. Rosebud does that for me. It will notice patterns, ask better questions, and give prompts that help me get to the root instead of staying stuck in surface thoughts. It is not therapy, and it is not life coaching. It is simply a tool you can use between sessions or while you are waiting for a coaching opening to process what is going on with more purpose. If you want to try it, go to fayejoneslive.com/rosebud. All right, back to it. I am going to say this with my whole chest. Get up and fight for you. You are worth the discomfort of growth. You are worth the awkward season of becoming. And you are worth the discipline it takes to stop shrinking. You are worth the courage it takes to be seen. And I believe in you. I believe you have what it takes to fulfill your assignment and build the life you have dreamed about. But I am going to end with the same question I want you to sit with today. Do you believe in yourself? Not in your feelings? Not on a good day? Not when people are clapping? Do you believe in yourself enough to stop censoring your voice? Do you believe in yourself enough to stop living for approval? And do you believe in yourself enough to be consistent with the woman you say you are becoming? Because if you do, your life is going to start shifting and your business is going to start shifting too. I love you. God bless you. And if you want to keep growing with me, I want you to visit my website, fejoneslive.com. You will find resources there that are designed to help you move forward with clarity, courage, and consistency. And remember, do it with passion, unleash your creativity, and live your life by design.